Alright guys, so what I plan on doing next is carefully bringing my glue up here, and we're going to glue this bad boy onto the mark laid out here. I'll just do a dry fit. I have enough to turn my valve still. It's not hitting the tank or the wall or anything. I guess I would have been fine on this side, but this side seems okay. So I'm just going to glue this in place as is, like so, just like this, and that piece will be done. And then I'll work over here on the 1.5" piece and we'll do that. So let's try our luck. I'm just going to be adding glue to the fittings down here, guys, so nothing exciting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a drop cloth down, or a rag down on the floor, because Lord knows we're going to have some dripping going on. I would imagine anyways. My lights flickered a bit. I just saw that on camera. I don't know if you guys noticed, that was the compressor kicking back in. So, for the air conditioning. Oh, there goes the drip. I went a little too crazy there. My bad. Okay. Let's shoot this guy up. Where he should be. Oh, man, he's in there. Whew. That's pretty solid there. So what I'm going to do, just to be sure we're okay, I'm going to open the bypass. Up you go. Any drippy drips will pass through it and hopefully onto the rag and not interfere with that valve. We're hoping. And then I can even strap this to the wall, or at least tighten this thing up now. This thing could use another screw, actually, to be honest. Or if I pull this screw out, I can do a double whammy if I can get that drill in there. Actually, let's see what I can do. There's a screw in here. If I back it out, it's going to be tough. Come on. Really? Alright, let me go grab the hand tool and pull it out by that. Then maybe I'll flip the first flush setup. Who knows? Uh-oh, somebody's calling me. Alright, be back in a bit. Okay guys, so my dad just called, and we actually have two 3/4 inch 90s that we can use, so I don't have to buy any. I'm gonna owe my dad some cash though, obviously. So I got that screw moved over. It tightened up this a little bit. It's still loose. If I can move it with my hands, it's not the best, but whatever. So he's gonna be on his way over in about 10 minutes or so. That's awesome. And I still need to get some 3/4 inch PEX next door, and on and on and on we go. So next is the 1.5" fitting and our marks on there. I want to get our mark glued in first before the bottom piece, and so I can easily do that because we have a Fernco down here. So I have a little bit of give and play as we go. And what voice messages now? Okay. Cell phones can be useful, but I find them mostly annoying because I'm trying to work and people are constantly bombarding me with BS most of the time. Useful information would be great, but okay, that mark is lined up there. So I think that's going to work out for us as far as I can tell. I'm hoping. Now I know this one's way off on a weird angle, but it is what it is, guys, really. To be honest. So that one's in there nice. Alright. Next piece, I have to glue and put the Fernco in. So Fernco and then glue, I would imagine, would be best. That should work like that. I will glue it and then Fernco because I think we'll have issues if not, right? So we'll put the rag down and we'll go ahead and hit it with some glue. Ugh, all over. My God. I want to go heavy on the glue and not go cheap. So at least this way I'll know it's sealed and not going to have a bunch of issues. But then you get little drippy drips and all kinds of nonsense. There we go. She's there. She's solid. She's not going anywhere. Glue all over my friggin' hands. God. Let's open the water up. I'll wash my hands a little bit. Nice to have actual running water here at the tiny house, finally. Wonderful. We'll have even more with this setup once it's done. Hopefully. Now there's a reason I didn't go ahead and do the walls just yet, guys. I method of the madness on that is I left the tiny house sealed up in this extreme heat to dry it out. Dry out any moisture. For a few days actually, on end. But I still have to open up the walls and do some major damage control at those 2 points. So that will still be happening. It's Friday, I'm staying over tonight. So, yeah. I'm not going to start tearing walls down for a stay over. Not just yet. I need a good few days actually for the wall tear downs. So if I can at least get this project done and out of the way and do the walls, then worry about possibly upgrading the battery bank. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Okay, so that should be sealed. I'm going to crank shut the Fernco. I only opened the one end because that's all I needed. So that is now solid. Alright. So one half is done. This part is done here. I just gotta finish the bypass for the rest of this thing. So for now, I can close this. Close. And so any water that comes in, guys, if we look back up here, any water that comes down this pipe is then going to hit this bypass and go back through this way, feeding into the filter. And then through the filter, once it's through the filter, it'll feed in through here into the tank. And now, if there's any huge back pressure, my muslin bag will filter it. So any back pressure, it'll go back up and down through the muslin bag and then through the tank that way. So I won't be losing any water whatsoever other than my crappy gutters, DIY gutter setup that is Still leaking, but not as badly as it was. So, but even with this, I'd be catching a whole lot more water this way via instead of the first flush, because the first flush was pissing out water, guys. I was losing a lot. It wasn't efficient. It's not efficient. Not efficient way to do water. But with this, I occasionally have to buy filters that are pretty inexpensive. They're just sediment filters, so you can't drink straight off of this. It's just getting rid of the sediment, and then you'll have to run through a Berkey if you want it potable water. But like I say all the time, this is for cleaning, washing, showering, water, washing your hands, on and on, which I'm going to be having to do shortly because of the glue. And go from there. So next, I need a hole saw bit. And a drill, and but for now I can at least just finish the filter system when he brings that stuff. So I'm going to run next door, see if I can dig up some 3/4 inch PEX line, and see where we're going to end up here. Alright, be back in a bit.